Welcome back. So before we get started on your blog tutorial, I want to show you two very fun things that we included with your design that you can use in your website that just elevate it a little bit, and it's these custom animations. So I'm going to show you how to edit those. So right when we go to this, let's see here, I think it's the services page. Yep. So on the services page, we have this super fun little circle. Now to edit it, if you would like, all you have to do is click Embed Info. So right here, you're going to see the code of the design. Now, this is where you can change the text right here to say something else. So let's just change it to get started. Jen Olmstead. And Olmstead. Okay, so that would be the text that we change it to. You don't need to mess with any of this stuff. This is where if you decide you would like to change the font, you would want to change this to whatever font that you're actually using. Now, if you're not sure what your actual font is, just make sure that you title it with whatever the CSS name is. You could also just leave this exactly how it is. But I do want to show you if you change the text, oh, that one actually did fit really well. So we're going to make it not fit really well. We'll use my maiden name. Okay, this is my maiden name, Jen Cardin. So all you have to do right here is you can tell that this is no longer a full half circle. And the only thing that you might have to do is basically just make the font a little bit bigger. We're going to make that, okay, we went to 48. We're going to try 50 until the circle is complete. And then you can just make it a little bit smaller. So that's how you edit the circle text. You can also just leave it exactly as it is, but it is really fun to interplay this throughout your design. You can also change the color right here. This is the fill color. So you can change the fill color, for example, if you wanted it to be white. There you go. Then it's white. So that is how you use your circle spinning text. Now, the next thing that you might want is, I believe it's on this page. This is our very cool typewriter function. And so you can see that in action if we go to this. I'm super zoomed out. There we go. So when we scroll down to the section, this is a great fit for interior designers, lifestyle bloggers, etc. Now, one thing to know about this is that there are two pieces to this code. You don't really need to touch anything except for one, but I do want to show you right here that if I click the page, specific services page, and then I'm going to click down in the advanced settings panel to page loaded JavaScript. Don't get intimidated. All you have to do is edit this text right here. So all you need to do is change what the sentences are that this is going to display in order. Can be words, can be short sentences. I suggest keeping it fairly short because there may not be as much room on mobile. So right here, you would just change this to whatever sentence or word you would like. And then in the actual embed box, just like with a circle, you click this CSS code and you can change the font, the fill color, the font family, and etc. So all of this right here is located in this text box if you just click it right here. And then if you need to edit the settings of the actual words, click on your page and then click on this right here and click save. When you publish, you'll be able to see that those changes reflected. Now let's get started with the blog. So the blog, you're going to see these two demo pages right here. This is just intended to show you how the design is going to look when it's coded. You can just delete these after you're done with your blog. I also put a couple of notes for you right here that will not actually display on the site. The first important thing to know about Show It Blogs is that the categories are manual. And so you'll want to go into your WordPress and find out what your actual category links are. For example, it might be something like yourdomain.com/blog/marketing. And you're going to set the click action to be this category. So all you'll have to do is basically type in that category name. This can be linked to your blog homepage, and all of these are going to be linked. This search box is automatically set to be a search bar, so you don't have to touch that. And then right here, this is just a beautiful static canvas, a beautiful welcome for your blog. And so all you have to do is change this text manually, change these images manually. This is what we call dynamic content. So that just means that this is going to change based on what you set in WordPress. So you're going to see some settings here, right here, that are a little bit interesting. All you have to do is set this to tag any post you want to display here as favorites. Favorites, right here, it says at the top of the section, just tag it as favorites, and whatever you tag there will display. This is going to look like you only have one blog post, but all this is telling you is just that all of the other posts underneath this will display in this format. So you don't have to change anything here. Don't worry about changing the images. Don't worry about changing the text. It should display very beautifully on your website. And when you want to see a preview, you'll just connect your domain to your blog and move from there. Moving past this, here's another one of those site canvases. This is just going to be your blog about. So this will show up on your blog homepage and your about page. So you'll edit this just like you would any other show it website canvas. And then below that, we have your opt-in. And then all of these canvases are just set and show it. So this is really the only WordPress content on your design. Next up, let's go to your single post page. So this is basically just what a blog post is going to look like. Again, you don't need to change anything here. This is just going to be dynamic content that gets replaced and show it. So you can see it's set to be the WordPress featured image. This is set to be a category. This is set to be a post title. And then this is set to be the post date. So all of this is going to display automatically. If you did want to change, for example, the background color, you can just click and then click the canvas background. And then all of your post content is just going to display right here. Now, to edit your sidebar, all you have to do is just click and change this out. You can just link. Let's make sure this is linked. Oh, it is. Great. Good job, Jen. All of this needs to be linked, and you can change out your image right here. Again, this is dynamic content. So your contents will show right here. Your comment form is going to show right here. And then all of this is set to be for a tag. So this is going to show your latest post, just the last few posts of your blog. So don't worry about changing anything here. It'll automatically display. And then this is already going to be linked to your homepage. And this is already done from when you did it before on your homepage. So that's pretty much it with your blog. Your categories are automatically going to display. If you'd like to change out the way your categories look, this is how that is set. Again, you don't need to touch any of this because it will display automatically. So last, before we leave, I just want to show you the contact form of your website. And that is this right here. This is one of my favorite contact forms we've ever designed. And all you have to do to edit this is change out the fonts and colors if you would like, or just leave it as is. This is already pre-programmed to be submitted. And so the only thing, if you wanted to potentially add another question, you could do that by just copying and paste one of these, changing this text. And then you might want to go over here, click on the text and go to text properties, and you'll see that this is set to be URL, and you might want to change it to something else. But otherwise, this should just be ready to go for you. So we are so excited that you've purchased Negroni. We can't wait to see what you do. It has stunning pages, so much design power in this. And please just let us know if you have any questions. Don't hesitate to reach out to us or reach out to Show It if you need any help within the platform. Looking forward to seeing what you make.